What does Rickey Henderson have to do with monopoly power? I'm Justin Stofron, and this is You're Probably Getting Screwed. Rickey Henderson, who passed away this last weekend, was one of my favorite baseball players. The reason I bring up Rickey is the role he played in baseball's labor struggles, which have lessons for everyday workers today. When Rickey broke into the big leagues in 1979, it was just a few years after an arbitrator tossed out baseball's reserve clause. The reserve clause, which had been protected by baseball's antitrust exemption, gave teams contractual control of players in perpetuity, helping keep salaries low. Eliminating this restriction was the first step in creating the process of free agency, which creates competition for players. But it was just a first step. During the 1980s, players went on strike 3 times, and owners were found guilty of colluding against free agents. In the center of all of this was Rickey, who was one of the first players to aggressively advocate for pay increases during his career, which angered many in the sport. Because of these actions, player salaries now account for roughly 50% of league revenue. That share is about the same share of national income American workers take home. However, the labor share of income used to be closer to 2/3, and the same forces Rickey and his peers fought against have played a role in workers' declining share. Non-compete clauses, corporations' version of the reserve clause, can be found throughout the economy and cost workers $300 billion annually. Meanwhile, 60% of labor markets are highly consolidated, reducing competition for workers and driving down wages by as much as 20%. Meanwhile, companies are using legal loopholes to erode basic worker protections, such as those Amazon delivery drivers who are not technically Amazon employees. Fortunately, workers don't need a Rickey Henderson. They just need policymakers to recognize that antitrust laws can be used alongside strong labor law to keep powerful corporations from screwing us.